As a matter of fact, I was in front of the synagogue in Fasanenstraße, which was burning while I was there. I have a picture here that you probably can't see it from here. But this is the synagogue, Fasanenstraße, which was burned, and I was right in front of it. And I saw people being hit, and I saw people being shot. I saw, of course, all the stores being demolished. It was a horrible thing. And I went home, and I called my mother after I heard on the foreign radio that all the male Jews were taken to concentration camp. And I said to my mother, "How's Dad?" And in code, she said, "He went on a trip." I knew what that meant, and I said to her, "Don't worry about it, I'll be with you in a few hours." And I took the first express train from Berlin to Frankfurt, where I had not lived for 6 years. And I got there at 8 o'clock in the evening, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a knock on my door, and 2 SS men in black uniforms with swastika bands came and asked for me personally and arrested me. And I was eventually taken to Buchenwald, but not before I was taken to the police station, because the Germans, even while they did all these horrible things, were so exact. Everything had to be done just right, and they couldn't arrest me without showing what I did wrong. Well, I didn't steal anything, I didn't kill anyone, I didn't have a parking ticket, but I suppose I was loitering. And anyway, they took me to concentration camp, and I was taken to Buchenwald, where 10,000 of Frankfurt male Jews were. My dad was there, my uncle was there. Of course, I didn't meet them right away because there were so many people there. It was a horrible thing, and I think I saw more people killed there than the average Vietnam veteran saw during the war. Fortunately, after some time, I was able to get released because I had an uncle who had emigrated to America in the 20s and had become a wealthy banker, and he had given what we call affidavits of support to all those Jews who wanted to emigrate to America, and my parents and I were able to come to this country. One more thing I want to say is that obviously I was wondering, why me? As I said before, I didn't do anything wrong. Why me? Well, because you're Jewish. But I didn't say, "Dear Lord, please make me a Jew." My parents were Jewish, my grandparents were Jewish. As a matter of fact, my family goes back to 1490 in Frankfurt, all Jewish. Well, I came to this country, and I was here for only a very short time, and I found out that black people in this country had the very same problem that I had. They were discriminated against. Why? Because you're black. I didn't ask the Lord, "Please make me an African American." They were black because their ancestors were black. And that made me a brother to them. And from very early days, I became associated with Dr. King and all his people, and Jesse Jackson and Bill Barris here in Chicago. And that's where I come from. Thank you.